is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is Math Monkey 721, aka Johann joestar, and today we're going to be looking at the product rule of derivatives. And this formula I put up here is what we're going to be using to solve equations that look like this. We're going to have f to the power, or f of x equals x to the power of 2 plus 3 and x to the power of 3 minus 5. So basically we're just going to be doing d over dx. The derivative of f multiplied by g is equal to f prime multiplied by g plus g prime multiplied by f. Now what does that even mean? So we're looking for the derivative of f, and in this case f is this one right here, which is the first one, x squared plus 3, and g is x to the power of 3 minus 5. So this is f and this is g. So we're looking for the derivative of this right here, and we're looking for the derivative of this right here, and then we're just going to multiply it by the opposite of the letter basically, so f and g. Now let's get the derivative of x to the power of 2 plus 3. So if you watch my other video, I made a video on how to get derivatives, and basically we're going to be using this formula, d over dx to the power of x to the power of 2, or n, and then n multiplied by x to the power of n minus 1. So if we plug in x to the power of 2 here, we get x to the power of 2 the derivative of x to the power of 2. We get 2, which is the n value, multiplied by x to the power of 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So we have 2x to the power of 1, and that's basically just 2x. Okay? So the derivative of f, so f prime, is equal to 2x. And since this is a constant right here, constants don't have derivatives, so that's just out of the picture. And then as for this right here, so we have f prime already. Now all we need is g. Lucky for you, g is already given to you right here. So we have 2x multiplied by x to the third minus 5. And that's the first part done. So we're finished right here. So make sure you put your plus sign right here. And we're ready to continue with the next one. So it's g prime multiplied by f. Now what is g prime? G prime is the derivative of this right here. And negative 5 doesn't have a derivative, so we're looking for the derivative of x to the power of 3. So let's find the derivative of x to the power of 3 real quick. We're going to be doing the same thing, d over dx, x to the power of 3, so we have 3 multiplied by x to the power of 3 minus 1, which is equal to 3x to the power of 2. That's the derivative of this right here. Why do I keep doing that? So 3x to the power of 2. And then we put that with f, which is x to the power of 2 plus 3. Plus 3. So, let's write it up here. So 2x multiplied by x to the third is 2x to the fourth. Now 2x multiplied by negative 5 is negative 10x. And 3x to the power of 2 is equal to positive 3x to the power of 4. And then 3x to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 is positive 9x to the power of 2. And then once we combine like terms, we get these two right here, which is equal to 5x to the power of 4. And then we have nothing else. So if you want to write it in descending order, put this one first. If you don't and you don't care, just put negative 10x plus 9, or 5x to the power of 4 plus 9 minus, or plus 9x to the power of 2, my bad. And then 9x to the power of 2 minus 10, and both of these answers are correct right here. Doesn't really matter which one you pick. Alright, and let's do another problem. This one's going to be a little bit more complex. We're going to be doing f of x equal to x to the power of, no, 3x to the power of 2 minus 2x plus 1. And then we're also going to put over here x to the power of 3 plus 4x minus 7. Okay? So, this is f and this is g, and we're just going to get the derivative of f. So what's the derivative of 3x to the power of 2? We can just use the same thing I already showed you in the other video, d over dx. Just get the coefficient, which is 3x to the power of 2. Then we get 3 multiplied by the n value, which is 2. And we do that multiplied by x to the power of 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. And 3 times 2 is 6. X to the power of 1, which is just 6x. Wonderful. So we get 6x right here. Let's get the derivative of negative 2x. The derivative of negative 2x is just negative 2, because negative 2 to the power of 1 is equal to negative 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by x to the power of 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. X to the power of 0 cancels out. We get negative 2 times 1, which is just negative 2. So, oh, my bad. So 6x minus 2. So 6x minus 2, and then we can just put that, and then since we have f prime already, this is the derivative already of this. So we just plug in g. So x to the power of 3 plus 4x minus 7. That is our first part done. And then we're going to put the plus sign, and then we're going to put g. We're going to get g prime, the derivative of this right here. So what's the derivative of x to the power of 3? This is going to be 3x to the power of 2. Because, again, you know how to get the derivative. You should know by now. So we're going to get 3x to the power of 2. And then, again, this is just going to be positive 4, so plus 4. Alright, and then plug in this right here for f. So 3x to the power of 2 minus 2x plus 1. Because, again, this doesn't have a derivative. We should know this by now. So, now we're just going to multiply it out. So 6x multiplied by x to the power of 3 is 6x to the power of 4. And 6x multiplied by x to the power of 4, which is positive 24x to the power of 2. And then 6x multiplied by negative 7 is negative 42x. Okay? And we're going to do the same thing with the 2. So negative 2 multiplied by x to the third is negative 2x to the third. And negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. 2 negatives make a positive. 2 times 7 is 14. So plus 14. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side right here. We're going to get 3x to the power of 2 multiplied by itself, which is going to be equal to positive 9x to the power of 4. And then do the same thing over here. 3x minus 2x. So 3x to the power of 2 and then negative 2x. Which is going to be equal to negative 6x to the power of 3. And then we're going to multiply by 1, which is just itself. So positive 3x to the power of 2. And then do the same thing with the 4. So 4 times 3x to the power of 2 is 12x to the power of 2. 4 times negative 2x is negative 8x. So we already see that the 8x's cancel out, or go, never mind, they go to negative 16. And 1, so plus 4. Okay? Now, we combine like terms. 6x to the power of 4 and 9x to the power of 4. That's going to be equal to 15x to the power of 4. What else do we have here? 24x to the power of 2. And we have 12x to the power of 2. And that's going to be equal to 36x to the power of 2. And negative 42x, and then negative 8, which is negative 16. So negative 42 minus 16, which is going to be negative 58. 8x. And what else? Negative 2x to the third. Yeah, so negative 2x to the third and negative 6x to the third. Which is negative 8x to the third. So minus 8x to the third. And then, what do we have? We have 14 and positive 4, which is going to be positive 18. And this is our final answer right here. I cannot draw a box to save my life. There we go. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed, learned something new, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.